So I've been answering some DMs and kind of talking about a little bit about my backstory and just about the kind of person that I really want to help. And we'll just call this person the fat executive. This person is usually a CEO or a salesman or like high skilled trades, which is kind of where I came from. We're usually hyper successful in whatever field that we're in. Um, Career, money, family, everything looks really great from the outside, but this individual is usually suffering because they lack personal discipline. And when you're at a high level like that and you lack personal discipline and it's visible, like dude, I was 100 pounds overweight. I was my heaviest. I was fucking like 265. And if you would have stripped away all the body fat till I was down around 6 to 10%, I would have probably weighed 165 pounds. So this person lacks self-control, personal discipline, and they're ruled by their excuses. And their excuses, like I used to believe my excuses were really valid because they all had to do with making money. I got to be there for my family. Um, I gotta go to this job. So I traveled for work. So it was, well, I gotta fucking travel tomorrow morning. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. I can't eat right because I'm on the road. So it's just easier to eat at a fucking steak restaurant every single night, get the appetizers, blah, blah, blah. So my lowest point during all that was, I think it was like the end of 2023. I made, we'll call it 300 grand. It was just under, it was like 295. But I looked in the mirror and just saw a pale, man-tittied fucking, like you look in the mirror, you know what you fucking look like. So, I mean, that was life-changing for me. I still get like weird feelings thinking about how I used to operate and look like and all that. Um, but I took, we're going on 2 years now where I have just been all out focused on just building that personal discipline, self confidence, and eliminating all excuses. So the last 2 years, I've still been traveling. Now, this is like over 50% travel. I spend between 180 to 200 nights in a hotel with no kitchen, usually just a bathroom sink and a fucking microwave. And I have hit every single meal, every single macro I haven't fucking missed. And that is what personal discipline and eliminating excuses can do to you. I carry a fucking six pack everywhere I go now, and I'm not talking about beer. So when you're not fit and you're in a high skilled trade or CEO, just a high position like that, and you're out of shape and you don't have personal discipline, you view the world through a different lens. Like you're always, the lens that you view life through, you're like trying to justify why you are the way that you are instead of actually fixing the fucking problem. So when you're like that, you create excuses for everybody else. But once you create that personal discipline for yourself and get fit, whatever your goal for fit is, I have a very specific goal in my head and I am fucking nowhere near it yet. You may have a lower standard than me, which is perfectly fine. Maybe you don't want a six pack. Maybe you just want to wear a fucking size 36 pants instead of a 43. That's a great goal. But once you get to that goal or you're pretty close to it, it's interesting is like people start treating you different. Even just going after that goal, you will be treated differently. Instead of you making excuses, it's almost like people start making excuses for you. Just the amount of respect that I get from like colleagues or people that I know, even people that I don't know. Once, I started getting in a little bit of shape. I mean, it was fucking life changing. So just to kind of recap and maybe explain a little better about what it is that I believe in and what I do is, so I'm not a full-time coach yet. I'm really kind of just getting started. I'm still in a high skilled trades. But I consider myself like a lifestyle bodybuilder. And it's, you know, it's doing all the shit. It's eating the food, getting the sleep, taking the drugs, getting the workouts in. It's doing everything that a bodybuilder would do, except for prance around on stage in your fucking underwear. And why this is important for me is bodybuilders, if you like, they live an extremely disciplined life. It's just, you know, when you're a professional bodybuilder, that's all you have. So if you have a career and you live that bodybuilder lifestyle, it almost makes you unfucking, like, people can't fuck with you because you know deep down inside you're doing more than them. More is always more. Like, it's so weird. Like I'm going to talk shit about the science-based lifters real quick. There's like this whole conception now of less is more. Like the fucking, the guys with great genetics, they're always on that less is more too, right? Oh, you only need 200 milligrams of testosterone to fucking be 300 pounds of abs. Bullshit. The science-based lifters are the same way. Well, you only gotta fucking do the chicken wing flap with the fucking wristband, whatever the fuck those queers do. I don't know. More is always more. Like when it comes to training, like drop sets, heavy barbell shit, dude, that's what puts fucking muscle on. The same thing in life. Like if you live a disciplined life and you're always after more, you're gonna get a better experience. But it's gonna be hard in the beginning. The beginning is the hardest part. That fucking first year, whatever, 2024, the first fucking 6 months of that year, dude, I had to delete all social media. I couldn't do anything except for eat and train. And go to work, obviously. But I mean, that's all I could do because I would almost like get discouraged, right? Looking at like getting on Instagram or whatever and seeing other people. Like I had to focus on what I was doing and it paid off. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I have like the best physique ever or anything like that, but other people, I'm getting real world data from other people. Like I said, I travel for work. So every gym that I go to, I'm actually, I get compliments from guys. People are asking me questions. Hey, how'd you build your core? How do you do this? How long you been doing this? Do you train people? And, it's hard to, like, we never really know where we're at. Like, I was like considering myself a beginner, but then as I'm out in the real world, not on Instagram, comparing myself to other people, and then comparing myself to my previous self, I've made incredible progress. And I really, I haven't patted myself on the back probably enough. Just for what it takes to even just be 200 pounds shredded is, I mean, it's all out. It takes everything you fucking got.